Hi, I'm the lone journalist for KRAZ-TV with a great new book review. It's called The Song of the Cell by Siddhartha Mukerjee. Didn't butcher that name. He is the author of The Gene, An Intimate History, The Emperor of All Maladies, the biography of cancer, The Laws of Medicine. So he's an associate professor of medicine at Columbia and a cancer physician and researcher. A Rhodes Scholar, he graduated from Stanford, University of Oxford, and Harvard Medical School. He has published articles in many journals and periodicals, including Nature, New York Journal of Medicine, The Cell, the New York Times, and the New Yorker. He lives in New York with his wife and daughters. Visit his website at siddharthamukerjee.com. Wow. Well, this is written by an expert, of course. From the Pulitzer Prize winning and New York Times bestseller of The Emperor of All Maladies, The Gene, The Song of the Cell, is the third book in this extraordinary writer's explanation for what it means to be human, rich with Siddhartha Mukerjee's revelatory and exhilarating stories of scientists, doctors, and the patients whose lives may be saved by their work. And in the 1600s, a distinguished English polymath, Robert Hooke, and an eccentric Dutch cloth merchant, Antony van Leeuwenhoek, looked down their handmade microscopes. What they saw introduces a radical concept that sweeps through biology and medicine, touching virtually every aspect of the two sciences and altering both forever. It is the fact that complex living organisms are assemblages of tiny, self-contained, self-regulating units. Our organs, our physiology, our cells, hearts, brains, and blood are built from these compartments. Hooke christened them cells. The discovery of cells and the reframing of the body as a cellular ecosystem announced the birth of a new kind of medicine based on the therapeutic manipulation of cells. A hip fracture, a cardiac arrest, Alzheimer's, dementia, AIDS, pneumonia, lung cancer, kidney arthritis, COVID, all could be viewed as the result of cells or systems of cells functioning abnormally, and all could be perceived as loci of cellular therapies. In The Song of the Cell, Mukerjee tells the story of how scientists discovered cells, began to understand them, and now using the knowledge to create new treatments and new humans. Well, isn't that the truth? A lot of work's been done. This guy looks like that's all he does is do the work. So he goes into part one, the discovery, the original cell, the invisible world. The visible cell, fictitious stories about the little animals. The universal cell, the smartest particle in this world. And the pathogenic, microbes, infections, and the antibiotic revolution. The next part two is the organized cell, the inner anatomy of the cell, cellular reproduction and the birth of IVF. The tampered cell, the developing cell. Part three is all about the blood, the restless cells, circles of blood. The healing cells, platelets and clots. The guardian cell, neutrophils, the defending cell, the discerning cell, and the tolerant cell. Part 4 is knowledge, the pandemic. And part 5, organs, the citizen cell, the benefits of belonging, the contemplating cell, the orchestrating cell. And the last part, 6, is rebirth, the renewing cell, stem cells and the birth of transplantation. The repairing cell, injury, decay, and constancy. The selfish cell, the ecological equation and cancer. The songs of the cell, and the epilogue is better versions of me. So he lays it all out. It's just so numerous to get into, but actually he does. Says both of us, you and I, began as single cells. Our genes are different, albeit marginally. The way our bodies develop are different. Our hair, bones, skin, brains are all built differently. Our life experiences vary widely. Yet despite all the yawning gaps between our bodies and experiences, you and I share two features. First, we arose from a single cell embryo, and second, from that cell came multiple cells, that which populates your body and mind. We're built of the same material units and are akin in two different nuggets of matter built from the same atoms. So get the book like we did at the Tucson Public Library. It's a brand new book. It was just published in 2022, and it is from Scribner, an imprint of Simon & Schuster. Thanks for watching, and get the book. It's very exciting and well worth reading, and it's right up to date. What we're doing today as transhumans too. Thanks, and keep watching KRZ TV. Goodbye.